This is episode numero cuatro, right? Am I right?
Número 4, watcha.
Or is this number 3? Ah, shit. I don't know. Yo, wait, what episode is this? Ah, shit. I feel like this is 5. I'm throwing, son.
5. No.
Ay, ay, ay. What the fuck? All right, nah, but yeah, this is episode 5. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I put 4 in the title. You know what I'm saying? If you
Bilingual episode.
Yeah. All right. If you need to know, or if you need to find the guests, you type exclamation mark guests in chat. You're gonna have to link to all his socials. There's no OnlyFans. Stop asking about OnlyFans. Probably might have Only Munch. You know what I'm saying, where he stuffed food in his mouth. But yes, that's where you can find them. There's Twitter, there's YouTube, there's Twitch. The links are there. Excuse me as I war clip somebody here. Yeah. This is episode, what is it? Oh, number 5. Let's say like Mambo number 5. All right, we're gonna play a little bit of Crucible. We're gonna talk about Destiny, and yeah. If you guys have any comments or whatever at the end, make sure you leave it. Don't be a dick. Appreciate it. Now, yo, Prod, introduce yourself, man. Say what you be doing to Destiny, bro. I heard you be like flying in the air, like you like in the Wild Wild West and shit.
Nah, lately I just found a brand new setup. Been gliding with the Titan with the Lion Rampants and using the Dead Man's Tail and just being a Space Boy Cowboy. Just doing my thing in the air.
Yeah, I faced some dude that was cheating, and he was using like basically a setup, but he was cheating. Like the dude was a 0.6. All of a sudden he's like a 3.2 for like the last 2 weeks. It's wild out here, man. He must have been watching like, man, how is he so good? I can't do that. I must download. Stop it. Stop fucking cheating out there. All right? Shit is not good.
Well, he's not the only one. He's not the only one that's kitties went up because of this setup. I went from like a 3-something to a 5 just by using this setup in stasis.
Man, stick by stasis, man. I'm not gonna lie to you. If you watching this podcast later, fuck stasis, okay? All right? I'm tired of getting frozen. There's no gunfights most of the fucking time in Crucible. Because there's somebody freezing you here, freezing you there, slowing you here, slowing you there. It's taking over all the other fucking subclasses. Unless you're a warlock trying to zoom through with fucking top tree. Top tree is also fucking broken. God damn.
Well, regarding stasis, if you can't beat them, join them. When stasis first came out, I was trying to be a fire titan, trying to use my abilities, trying to use my heart of most light, trying to get all my perks going, but I was getting frozen. I was getting slowed. I was getting just straight up beat up by stasis. And like I said, if you can't beat them, join them. And that's what exactly I did. Joined the stasis. I started freezing people, started freezing other supers, and the fun started happening.
My thing too is like, you would think there'd be synergy, right? This shit is freezing you. You got heat in a solar super. You should be able to melt this shit. I don't think they thought this out properly.
Definitely seen that one. Yeah.
Like, but for real. I know some dumbass is gonna say, but EK, stasis is not ice. Bro, if it freezes you, it's ice.
It's ice.
All right?
It's ice.
The whole fucking Europa planet was doing some crazy like ice and shit. So, where are you going? You know, like, it's just, I don't know. I feel like there should have been counter subclasses to this, and there's nothing whatsoever.
I also feel like with the whole seasonal thing, like the way I also feel regarding stasis and Bungie, every season they buff a certain weapon or a certain, set of weapons. Maybe 1 or 2 weapons get buffed up, and for that season, those are like the most used weapons for that season. I also felt like this was stasis season. They're also trying to sell stasis to the people that, don't have DLCs, the people that you want to get new content, and since the stasis season is the thing that's that's out there right now, that's strong, and it's extra strong, like to
Nah, we were
the
talking about
to
that
another
shit.
level.
They're trying to sell DLCs, dude.
Yeah.
You know, like if you go in Crucible and you die to this shit, and here's the thing.
Yeah.
The people that play Crucible don't have to pay for DLCs. Everything about Crucible is free, even down to trials. So then, like, what is gonna, incentivize someone to get the shit?
Spend money. Yep. And
They
that's
go
what I
in
tell
Crucible,
people.
they
They're
get
trying to sell
frustrated
it to
because they
them.
got frozen a few times. You know?
Yeah, they're trying to sell it to them. They're literally trying to sell it to them the way they sell us each season, different types of weapons and different things to use. But this time they're doing it with stasis. But
I mean, whenever new shit comes out, whenever new shit comes out, is OP for a while, But I don't think stasis is as bad as like hammers in D1. No. You heard that cling a cling, and you had to run because you shot the motherfucker 2 Gallahorns, and they were just looking at you like, and they were healing.
Yeah. Definitely, that's what I feel like regarding stasis. They're trying to sell it to a certain, to a certain extent, I guess. Yeah. But it is getting nerfed. It is getting changed. But even then, I think it's gonna be like one of those very strong subclasses. Like, I mean, you can still freeze people. You can still slow down people. Like, I don't know. It's still gonna be a strong subclass.
Yeah, you saw the TWAB changes they're trying to do.
Yep. Even after the TWAB changes, it's gonna be a strong subclass.
Yeah, I mean, the whole freezing thing, like, there's nothing you can do about it. You can run all the recovery in the world, all the intellect, all the crazy melee builds,
even all the resilience.
As soon as you're frozen, it's a wrap. Like, look at this. Like, this guy doesn't even see me. I got frozen through a wall, and they said they're gonna probably change that too. But that is ridiculous, bro. And I feel the same way about like 120s.
Another thing is regarding stasis, a lot of people like to compare it to comp and competitive and what's balanced and not balanced. I kind of gave up on the whole balance thing a long time ago regarding Destiny. I kind of truly play for fun. Like, I literally try to find enjoyment. That way, when I'm happy, my people are happy. When I'm happy, my content has good vibes. So I don't worry about the competitive side, I guess. I mean, it can be competitive with the right, settings, right circumstances, the right people, and the right things in charge. It can be for sure. But from my point of my point of view, my perspective, the way I look at it is that no, I'm here for fun. I'm here to enjoy. I don't worry about, this is broken, this is not broken, this is balanced, this is not balanced. I'm here to have fun. I want to have a laugh. I want to have a good time. And that's what video games were created for, to have, to get relief from stress, to just literally chill out and have a good time. So when it comes to like comparing to broken and not broken and balance and not balance, I literally throw that out my head when it comes to Destiny. I really do.
Man, look, man. I mean this in the nicest way. Whenever somebody come my chat and try to ego me, oh, you goose on this, I'm like, suck my dick. You know what I'm saying? Because, like, how much money you made off that game? Word? That's crazy. You got a lot of peeps just trying to go pro in this game for no reason. Like, the game doesn't offer, like, anything. You can make content. You can put it up to YouTube. You can do all this exciting stuff. But at the end of the day, it's not a CSGO thing where you're going to get signed up by teams. You're going to be on some big baller contract. The sandbox will always change. It will always have drastic changes. It's going to have shit that you don't like. But no matter what, people are going to force their hand cannons and their shotguns no matter what. Right? Correct. As much as people bitch and moan about all these different like metas that we went through, the one thing that's always working is like a hand cannon, shotgun, or a sniper. And I feel like you said the key thing is like, if you don't care, you just go in there, you play, you try to have fun with it, you may find something. Like everybody has their own niche. Like someone's niche might be going in there with grenade launchers or with a bow. And I hate that shit. But guess what? They love it. That's like their thing to do. You know, like,
Yep.
but someone's gonna sit on the forum and bitch and moan. I mean, bro, look at what happened to Trials, man. Like, I spent a whole weekend playing Trials, throwing confidence cards. Most of my 7 matches were like straight cheaters. You know, like, and I'm like, what's the point of this? And that dude that's cheating probably was like, oh, I can't get this the legit way. But if that guy just thought about it this way, like, oh, I can't get it the legit way, but if I go in a raffle, there's a bunch of streamers doing it. If I somehow do my best not to cheat and I just, you know, I go find help, I don't have to pay for a recover and nothing like that. I can enter a raffle. Guess what? More people actually will be doing raffles because then the population will go up. It wouldn't be just, you know, running into just sweats or recovs or only cheaters. And I don't think people understand that. Like, you're ruining the whole thing for everybody else too. It's not just because you can't get it. You're making it so where no one else can get it. It's so bad. People were win trading that Trials got taken away 2 weekends in a row. How you feel about that? Like, bro, like, I don't know if you remember, but D1, anybody could go flawless because it was so juicy. It was so many people playing. And you don't have to be the best player.
Yeah. Regarding D1 and going flawless, I think there's so many people still learning the game, so there's still like a chance for even the new players.
But there was a lot of people playing, bro. A lot.
I mean, there was, but a lot of people didn't know compared to the way we know now and where the community knows now. So compared to back then and new players, and compared to now and new players, is way harder for new and casual players to go compared to, like, you know, casuals and new players did back then in Trials. At least to me, in my knowledge, compared to how the community learned over the years as a community, like learning when to push, learning when not to push, learning like when one is down, when not is, like, people have learned over the years what to do in Trials compared to, again, back then when Trials first came out. So it makes it, I guess, way more harder now to go flawless. But regarding the cheaters, that's just Bungie. That's literally Bungie. Some of these cheaters are making a living off of this. I remember back then when JTags and people used to cheat for Call of Duty and used to, you know, charge $20 to get people to prestige, you know, just to get them to the max prestige. This is the same thing what these people are doing. They pay $30, whatever it is they pay for a cheat, and they're taking multiple accounts flawless. Yeah, you saw it from a perspective of one person that can't go flawless, but there's many people out there literally just doing this for money. There's so many people that want to go flawless, and so many people, like you said, are literally just win trading to get this loot that they're willing to pay for this. And these guys, that's what they're doing. They're literally making thousands and thousands off of a weekend, just, you know, by playing video games and cheating.
But my thing too is, like, people are doing this to get guns, to play in a system that they don't even enjoy. You know what I mean? It's not like someone's like getting this gun like, oh, I'm gonna use it in PvE. You know?
Yeah. Yeah, I guess for PvP.
You know what I mean? Like, you're getting a PvP weapon and you're not even going to use it in PvP.
Because normally these are PvE guys anyways.
It blows my mind. Like, when I think about that. Like, it really blows my mind, bro. Every time I think about it, I'm like, what are people actually thinking? I don't know. I feel like the sandbox was really healthy when Forsaken came out, and it kind of went a little backwards. And I don't know.
I mean, again, I think, like, the reason I think, like, we're saying they went backwards is because they're trying to sell stasis. They're trying to make money.
Well, not
like,
even
I mean, it might not make everybody happy.
Shadowkeep came out too. Like, bro, there was a few changes that was just very drastic. You know, everyone complained about Not Forgotten. And
correct.
A lot of people complain about Dust Rock Blues, and now we're kind of back to the same thing where people are still like mapping people with, you know, with shotguns. So I'm like, why was Dust Rock even like nerf? Because Fell Inches came back and basically brought the same factor that like a Dust Rock would. You know, like
correct.
I don't know. It's weird to me whenever I think about it like that. Like, people bitched and moaned about something. It got changed a bit, and then it basically got brought back into that. Like, Not Forgotten was like if you knew how to use it, it was a 3 type of machine, and it had a quick time to shoot. Now we're back to 120s being stupid insane, especially if you're team shotting.
Yeah, empowering rift, team shotting, rift, anything.
Yeah, like 2 shots basically.
Charge with the light, like there's so much.
Yeah, bro, there's so many different builds that they have set up in this game currently. Like, I don't know. I keep looking back and I'm like, man, how did we get here? Like another thing too that I kind of heard on the street is like, I understand that it's cool that they can't tell us what they're doing at, combat cheaters, right? Because,
correct.
They're if you're speaking to another studio, you can't help. We understand, the house is on fire, like they're living in the house and then they're in a big ass house, but the garage is like trials, or maybe the basement, right? And that shit is on fire. And there's times where like they find a little bit of water, like, oh, okay, let's throw this down there. And they do it. Like the whole, you got to verify your account through a phone, right? They threw they threw the water down there. Cool.
Correct.
And then after a while, that water sparked back up. And then they found ways to like ban people that were like coming back to life a lot, right? And then slowly we didn't see that many cheats.
Correct.
And then I noticed as soon as they said that, like they started doing the whole sunsetting thing, apparently more leakage came out from like, from Bungie. So now, have you noticed that they sunsetting?
Yes, that's awesome. I'm so happy about that.
Yeah, that's awesome. But then it's funny to me that it's happening at the same time as they're trying to stop the whole like cheating process. So it's almost like they're trying to hide their files now without having to worry about sunsetting. So I don't know. I'm low-key a little bit excited to see what transmog season and all this stuff is gonna be, because it seems like they're winding up for the game to be in a better spot. Even with the changes to stasis that they put in, on the TWAB this week. That was shocking, bro. I didn't think they were gonna do it.
No?
Not this quick.
Why not? Yeah, I mean, there's a lot of people complaining. Like, there's a lot, like trials, regular Crucible, casual players, people that haven't bought DLCs. Like,
but bro, trials players are going to complain. They complain when trials is not here, and then they complain when it's here. So like, you can never really keep those guys happy. If you like, I don't know. Those motherfuckers ain't never happy. Mind you, they make good money playing a game that was made, yet they call, devs and people stupid. But hey, man, you made good money from this stupid person coming up with this game mode so you can play it. You know what I mean? Like,
correct.
People are very ungrateful, bro. It is the weirdest thing. Everyone's like, oh my God, you're riding this, you're sucking this. No, I'm saying, like, I'm enjoying myself. And that's what you're supposed to do. You're supposed to play the game and enjoy it. And if you don't enjoy the game, you move on to another game and then you come back in. I have friends that be like, every season, like, yo, is this season good? Should I come back in? I'd be like, nah, you ain't gonna like it. You gonna get frozen a few times. Like, I tell him. He be like, I bet. I'm not coming back then. Like, my friend Sinburn's like that too. Like, he was like, nah, I'm not gonna play this. It's like a snow game right now. And that's what it is. It look like we building snowmans and shit. Who knows what's gonna happen to Witch Queen? But I'm excited, man. I feel like the game's getting a little bit better. And honestly, this is way better than D2 vanilla. I don't care what anyone says.
Yes.
I don't care what anyone says. This is way better than D2 vanilla.
I tell people the same thing. People talk about balance and everything being the same and whatever. But like, I think about year one D2, and it was 4v4. It was very balanced. There was not a lot of abilities, and supers weren't that crazy. But guess what? Nobody played PvP. Nobody was in there. There was no population at all. Like, it was literally at the lowest.
That was balance, and that was set up for competitive gameplay.
Gameplay. Yep.
That's exactly what Crucible was set up for. And it's funny, the same people that wanted it to be competitive didn't like it.
Yep.
Right? But if
Bro,
you look at it, even most games like CSGO's like this.
I was invited to play early content, and I was not happy. I made videos about it that I was not happy, but if anything, I lost Bungie's support because of how unhappy I was with it. But again, like you said, all the comp people were happy, all the pro people were happy, all the people that wanted to see competitive Destiny were happy and act like it was the greatest thing ever, but even they didn't play it. Nobody played. But that's why I'm saying I rather take the fun. I go for it. If it's broken, it sucks, I guess, but I rather it be more fun than worrying about balance. And at the end of the day, there's so many people now in the Destiny community. Like Destiny has so many players from like everywhere, from CSGO, from Gears, from Call of Duty, from just everywhere. Like Destiny's gotten so huge that everybody has an opinion and thinks the game should be a certain way. And no matter what opinion you have, you're always going to hurt somebody, or you're going to always displease somebody. Or you're always gonna, it's just the game is so big, you're never ever gonna please everybody, and that's what Bungie's trying to do. They're trying to please, I guess, the majority, but they're always gonna hurt somebody else. It's gonna happen.
Yeah, because I believe last week, I was talking with the guest and he was like, man, that sounds elitist. I was like, nah, I just want people to earn their things in the game. If I play, like, you could take that with any concept, but if I play 40 hours a week and you play 10 hours a week, I should have more things than you.
Correct. I agree.
If I go ahead and play 6 hours of Crucible daily and you play maybe 1 or 2 hours on your Fridays and Saturdays, you shouldn't be able to keep up with me.
I agree.
You know, I don't care how natural you are. You should, like, if I play you in trials and I put in that many hours, I should be beating you. And that is fine. I think people have to invest into things that they want. You can't just get up and stand up like, I just want this. That's not how the world works. And I don't even think that's an elitist mentality. I just want people to earn shit. And it is a video game. But at the end of the day, there's a lot of things that are given to you. There's exotic quests. There's exotic weapons. Even when it comes to exotic armor, there's lost sectors. All that is given to you. The few things that are maybe out of your reach, if you really wanted to, instead of trying to change the time or commitment for it, if you just put some time to play yourself, I think you're going to be fine. And I don't think that's elitist at all. I think that's just how life works.
I agree with that 100%, all the way. Like, yeah, you put in the time, that's what you get.
That's like saying a dude is in the gym putting up like 1,000 shots a day. You play against him, he's not missing, and you're like, man, this guy, what the fuck? No, he put in the work.
He practiced. He put in the work. Yep.
He put in the work. He got the muscle memory.
Yep.
You know, like, that's how it goes. It has nothing to do with being elitist. It's not that I don't want everybody to have everything. If there's something tied to something, if there's a mountain and that mountain is where you must reach, you got to climb that mountain on your own. There's no one else's job to do that. It shouldn't be Bungie's job to put up a little elevator to pull you up that mountain at all. I think it's just ridiculous. Ooh, I'm about to get teamed here. But yeah, everyone's like, oh man, that sounds elitist, bro. Like, sure. You know, like, who knows? Instant gratification is the thing that happens, right? Everybody just you see somebody have something cool. You see your favorite streamer have a gun, and now you want it.
Now you want it.
And you live in a system where everything is kind of given to you most of the time. So you're like, man, if I bitch enough, I'm going to get it.
I'm like, and
these are facts. These are facts, bro. And, you know, a lot of people hate hearing that. And I'm like, you just told me you had a real job and you work 9 to 5 and you got kids, yet you're stressing over a gun in a game that you probably don't even have the time to dedicate to. Whose fault is that? Mine or yours? It seems like your priorities are a little bit fucked up. I'm saying they're fucked up. They're fucked up. And if you got the bread, there's a lot of people out there that will help you. There's the Destiny directory is full of people that help out, whether it's PvE, PvP, whatever it is. There's websites. I personally don't recommend, anyone going on your account. I like to play on my own account. But it's just, I don't know. One day we'll get on, and I understand everybody wants Destiny 2 to be like Destiny 1. It's not going to be like Destiny 1. Nostalgia is a motherfucker. All right? I know a lot of people say this Deadman tells that like Prod's been using is the same as like Last Word and D1, like original Last Word. The thing is strong. I don't know like the range drop off on it, but it is a pretty insane weapon. I haven't really gotten like a really crazy one yet. I seen people get Armor Piercing Vorpal. I'm like, man, this is crazy. But this season, what was it? The second week we got the quest for that gun like right away. Everyone's like, yo, just I think it was Super that hit me. I'm like, yo, when you doing that Nightfall, go to the right side real quick. Boom, pick it up. I'm like, man, this thing is awesome. Even the whole animation of like taking out the gun, it was just like putting it away, the reload, like the concept of things that Bungie makes has to be one of the flat out best things I've ever seen. I don't think people understand how much time it takes into like thinking about a gun, what it can do, what it should look like, how it should function, and then have it come together as a gun. I forgot the name of the fusion that we got. That's the trace rifle, the one that like you shoot things and you make an orb and then you pick it up. That thing is wild. Like it was a crazy concept.
Okay, yeah, the new one. Yeah.
It was like effigy or something like that. The Runius.
Yeah, the effigy.
Like, bro, that blew my mind. Like, you legit making darkness from other things. You're picking it up. It becomes energy around you. Like, concepts like that are insane. Going back to Anarchy. Anarchy's crazy. Like, 1K. All these weapons that we have in game that we take for granted. Think about how much time and development went into just those guns. It's wild to me. Like, when I see this, I'm like, yo, this studio can do some crazy shit. The Presage mission, that shit was dope.
Yeah, it's a fun mission. I liked it.
Yep, and it wasn't like stand on this play or grab this. It was like shoot these pores, which was a whole new mechanic, which is really good. Like, bro, I always love when Bungie does new things. You know, because I'm always like, man, fuck, we gotta do plates. You gotta stand here and capture this plate, or you gotta do this or that. It's always nice when they do different things, which is why I feel like Witch Queen is gonna be dope.
I mean, for me, anything with new content, that's where I go. I mean, as much as they do recycled content and bring back old stuff, I rather have new. Just, I don't know, it just gets my mind going.
Every
gets
two
us going new
things, I
places.
wanted one new thing. For
I just want
every
new.
Yep, bro, I'm with you on that. Like when they brought in these strikes, I was like, I hope there's a new strike. Proving Ground better be good. But that's, man, and it's funny. I feel like they're putting the Destiny 1 universe with the Destiny 2 universe. They're trying to like mold it into one. Because I remember when they showed their roadmap before Beyond Light even came out, you can tell that it said Destiny. It wasn't whatchamacallit, Destiny 2 anymore on the screen. It legit said Destiny. And it'll be nice to just for them to turn the universe back into one. Whoa. Yeah, it'd be nice for them to turn the universe maybe back into one. But man, bro, Thorn when it was brought back felt so good for so long. What do you think about 140s right now, man? I feel like 140s are in a rough place.
It's just season. Bungie makes this use for me regarding weapons. I finally figured it out that it's not like Destiny 1 where they you know, we have this weapon where we just use forever and every day. Like we had our thorn and last word, and we used those like it didn't matter from year one to all the way to the end. We used those weapons. But I feel like here in Destiny 2, Bungie's forcing us to switch with these seasonal buffs and seasonal nerfs, and also the artifacts. Like if you notice that artifacts help these weapons a lot.
Yeah.
So it's just I don't know, just the switches. It's just I go with the switch now. I mean, yeah, it sucks that 140s are in a bad spot right now, but maybe next season they will be, or that will be the go-to next season. So it's just what Bungie wants, and I know that that's Bungie's thing, because you look at data, that's the thing that goes up, and then next season they either nerf that or buff something up, and that's the thing that goes up next season. Like it's just as their switch. So yeah, I mean, it sucks that they're bad right now, but I know they'll have their time. They had their time, and they'll have their time again. You know,
but we went
at least that's my point of view from it.
We had pulse rifle metas, we had sidearm metas, we had SMG metas. I remember the pulse meta with graviton lance and vigilance wing was insane. We even had a hand cannon one with the range. You can map anybody with a fucking 150. That was ridiculous.
What I tell people is to normally look at the artifact. Normally, the artifact caters to the seasonal weapons. That's why they cost so low in energy. Yeah. Either 1 dexterity, one reload speed, one whatever. All of the, like, normally that they cost a lot in energy mods, they start becoming really cheap to complement the weapons they want us to use. And once I figured that out, I was like, you know, I'm not attached so much to my favorite weapon. I just move along with what the game wants us to use. It sucks because I remember having that feeling of, oh, I love Thorn so much, I want to have a 3D printed Thorn, or I love Last Word so much, I want to have a 3D printed Last Word, and I used it no matter what. But that's not the case anymore with Bungie. They're just doing their buffs and their nerfs according to the data, and then they're making us use, you know, whatever they want. And I just gotta go with it if I want to play and have fun. If not, I'm just gonna struggle with my 140 in PvP while everybody's using 120s. So it sucks, but you just gotta go with it if you wanna, I guess, try to have fun.
Yeah. I slowly feel like there might be an SMG meta again.
Yeah, I feel like there's one coming up soon. It seems like a lot of people are enjoying it this season, and even though it's not SMG season, but people are having fun with it. So maybe next season, who knows, the challenge for Fell Winters. You know, I see it coming, maybe.
I don't think they're going to do anything like too crazy to Fell Winters. I feel like they might mess with it a little bit, tweak a little bit, but I don't think they're going to do anything too crazy where like it won't be usable. And I say this all the time, like a shotgun is a shotgun, man. I think people talking about, oh, I need Fell Winters. I think that was just like a mental thing. Because I know players that are really good, and if they do a recov and they get on an account, that person probably has a shitty weapon, but they still get the job done with that shotgun. So, to me, a shotgun is a shotgun. You know, like, if you spend fucking a bunch of hours in Crucible, you pick up a shotgun, you're going to fucking, like, steamroll a person that has a way better shotgun than you. Because that's just how it goes. You know, like, that's like saying, yo, I got this cheap ball. Let me give it to LeBron, and I'm gonna give you a brand new ball. You both gotta shoot threes from this spot right here. LeBron probably still gonna beat you. I'm saying, like, it's gonna happen. The shotgun is gonna one shot anyway. You know, like, people always say, oh, what about Astro? Like, you know, if Fell Winters gets a nerf Astro Horizon. I'm like, but Fell Winters also has shot package. There's you know, there's a lot that goes on here.
Yeah.
I don't know. But every season, there's always going to be some moping and crying.
Again, it goes back to the community so huge, and you're not going to please everybody. You're just never going to please everybody as much as they try to, because that's their goal. Their goal is to please everybody. They want to make money for everybody. They want to sell the DLC to everybody. They want everybody to get on and play. That's more numbers for them. That's more population. That's more sales. That's everything. Of course, they want everybody, but they're just never going to. It's So they just go to the majority, which is their, again, I mean, I know they hate to even hear it themselves, which is their casual community, but which is the players that don't play a lot, which is the people that want free stuff, which is the one people that want easy things, which is, again,
so
I understand.
I changed the name of those people. I don't really call them casual. I call them like in between, like the mid players, the people that play enough to know everything, the people that watch Twitch, the people that watch YouTube videos, the people that like actually like follow up on the game most of the time. Those people aren't really casual. Because to me, a casual gamer, my boy Stan, he has like 2 kids. He's like one of the top managers at Foot Locker and all that. Like, and that's his like full-time job. But sometimes he'll get in the game. He'll probably come in the stream like, yo, what's going on, man? Like, yo, you trying to help me with a knife or something like that? Like, I just want to run a knife just for fun. That's a casual gamer.
That's a casual
like,
gamer.
Yeah, like he gets in or whatever. But these intermediate gamers that see other people have stuff that they want, and they know a lot about the game. They know about the TWAB. They know, like they do their research.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah, you're right.
Like these are the people complaining whenever a change really affects them too much. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. Because I'm serious though. No, like actual casual person is gonna give a fuck. Like they'll go in Crucible and get well done and not give a damn. You know what I'm saying? Like they'll go to patrol. They're shooting shit. They don't know how to make a public event heroic. They don't know any better.
They don't know any better. Yeah, they use 2 primaries. That's their favorite primary.
Yeah,
I fully hear you.
They're like, yo, this is cool, right? Like, yo, how'd you do that super? Like, bro, what the hell? Like, a beam came out your hand. They haven't even unlocked some subclasses, bro. Like, they pay $10 for the pass because they see some cool shit. Like, yo, this is neat. Like, yo, what is this, right? And then, like by the end of the season, they probably pay for it, like get, the everything that they wanted off of it. But most of the time, like, they don't give a damn. I mean, like that's just them. They're just having fun. But yeah, the thing is, I said this too, like people that care aren't casual gamers. The moment you start caring, the moment you start putting time into the game, the moment you start researching, you start finding out the cool things to have, you're not really a casual anymore because you're slowly learning what you must or how, like what you have to put in order to earn these things. Like you out here getting in raffles. If you get in raffles, you must have a lot of time in your hand because if you don't win that raffle, you got to wait again, right? So like, that means that person has time to put in. Yeah, bro. I know friends that play with blues. I'm like, what the fuck? Like blue gear shit. I'm like, Yo, my boy Stan is like 11:30. I was like, yo, Stan, you get 1,200, right? Like, he's like, huh? He's just looking at me crazy. Like, he's like, yo, I saw a little bit of that raid gear. Looks cool. Like, let's do a raid. I'm like, sure, we'll do a raid. Did a raid. He was low light.
They don't look at stack gear. They don't look at nothing. It just looks cool. Yeah.
Yeah, like he doesn't give a shit about his distribution, man, at all. He's like, yo, what exotic should I rock? I was like, just my man had like the Capri Sting gauntlets, man, and that was his thing. He was just like, he didn't even know how to use them properly, like to get the wall hacks or nothing. He was just like, yeah, man, I love these. They look cool. It has like a bug on my arm. I'm like, oh my god. Are you serious? You fucking serious? That's it? It has a bug on your hand? Like,
that's another reason I want Bungie to bring back like armors that belong to like certain like bosses or like certain pieces that you can tell you got that armor from that boss or something, because it just looks cool, like having a piece of something or like, I don't know, like he said it's just a bug, but to me it could be like a piece of the arm or the head or something to tell that you farmed that boss or you got that from that boss.
That shit just blows my mind when I think about that. I was like, what the fuck? Like, you really don't care. Like, you don't know what's going to happen. And if the game just stopped doing its thing tomorrow, that's it. Like, you just going to move on to the next game. There are people that, like, that I know, they come in, they got that passion for it. they'll jump in the first few weeks. They're like, oh, I did everything already. Like, this game is boring. And then instead of like moving on, they want to be like the Dragon Nancys. And I'm sorry, but I start banning people like that. I'm like, yo, I ain't got the time for it. I'm playing the game. Yeah, we make jokes. Some things are bad. But at the end of the day, it's still a fun game. There are things that you can do in the game to enjoy yourself. If you don't like something, don't do it. If you feel like you're miserable, don't put yourself through it and then be mad at the world. You know what I mean? Like, who's making you do that? No one is but you.
Yep.
And it seems like a lot of people do that to themselves all the time. Especially with Destiny. I've seen a lot of people like stop streaming. I've seen people get partnered in the Trials Directory. And then that whole, not even Trials Directory, I mean, honestly, Destiny Directory was the Trials Directory in Destiny 1.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if anyone wanted to get partnered, that was what they did.
They had to do trials, yeah.
Even if they weren't the best player, they did it anyway.
They just did, to have it in the title.
People had their boys, like, basically carry them, and, they still got it done. Now is a complete different thing. And I'm gonna be honest, those are life lessons, because you can't just put all of your eggs in one basket. I had to learn that the hard way. I'm saying, and I still play a shit ton of Destiny. But the thing for me, I feel like, is I do a lot of different things in this game. I don't just do PvP. I don't just do PvE. I even do Gambit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's crazy. I pay attention to lore. There's a lot going on in this game. And I feel like when someone is only focused on one aspect of this game, you're going to get disappointed, because there's going to be seasons where that one aspect won't even be looked at by Bungie for a while. Like, Gambit, bro, was something I wasn't a huge fan of. But then after a while, the reason why I got tired of Gambit is because I did the whole dredging grind and the, going for Reckoner. That's another cool thing too for me. Seals. I feel like getting all the seals is a fun thing, right? You're like, man, I got all these titles. Like, look at me. Like, I'm saying, like, this is neat. I put some time into it. And now, bro, seals are washed too. Like, even these gilded stuff, they're pretty simple. And like you said, they're trying to cater to everybody. And I feel like it shouldn't be for everybody. If you make something and it has a title to it, and someone wants to earn that, they got to put in the same amount of hours as everybody else. I don't know.
I mean, the thing is, you also say that, but then look at the kiosk. I mean, not that I mind.
Oh, my Lord. Oh, yeah.
Not that I mind, again, because I might get life for that. But, like, a lot of people did put in a lot of time in other places, but then, again, they're there to please,
The kiosk thing is weird to me, because I remember I was talking about this with the raid. It was like, man, you haven't gotten the raid weapon yet? And I was like, yeah, I haven't gotten it, but I'm sure that shit is going to be in the kiosk, like, at some point. Like, if I don't get it till then, sure. Like, whatever. That means it wasn't meant for me to get it. Like, it'll be there one day and I'll buy it. Like Anarchy, right? Everyone was like, oh my God, Anarchy's going away. We log in and that shit is at the tower. Like, like, the kiosk is cool. It's just weird that people have to go get, like, raid things for it. Like the raid banners or whatever, the Spoils of Conquest.
What would you think should be better? Like, where would you want their materials to come from, I guess, or?
Not even materials. Like, let's say you were going for something that came from maybe Crucible. Then maybe just have it to where someone plays a certain amount of matches and they earn, like, you can change whatever the name is. You can earn whatever that is through there. If someone's going for a raid weapon, then sure, make them go do the raid encounters, and then they get enough to get it, right? Like 240 is basically like, I would say you're getting 5 per thing, so that's 80 encounters. So then maybe make people play like 80 matches. If Now Forgotten came from comp, you're gonna have to go play comp.
Got you.
If something came from a planet, maybe make, as much as people might hate it, but hey, you gotta go do these public events though. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, who told you wanted this gun that badly? You know what I mean? It came from Shrike or something like that. Boom. Like,
so you want it to be more detailed instead of just the coins.
Yeah. It'll give people things to do. Like, I just
instead
don't
of just raid or the same raiding counter like we were doing, just that first part.
Another thing too is like you're forcing people to do raids, and then you say we want to do stuff for solo gamers, yet that's not really something for a solo gamer, because now this person has to go out and find a team and LFG and do all this extra shit. So I feel like it goes against what they're trying to push out. Maybe it'll be different at some point, but that's the way I see it. I see it as Bungie's like, I don't want to call it lazy, because I feel like everything that they do has some kind of process going into it, a lot of thinking as well. So it's definitely not lazy. It's just, I feel like it's poorly executed. And they're trying to make everybody happy. And I don't think you can make everyone happy. Like you said, you cannot make everybody happy. There's no world where everyone's going to be happy at all. Oh, snap. It said you got kicked.
Yep. I just got kicked right now. I got a beaver error code.
Man, these error codes are killing me. Remember how hard it was to get a Gallahorn? I mean, I know you had like a bunch and you made videos.
But I played. That's the thing. It wasn't that hard. I just played. I feel like, I don't know. I did get a lot, but it's just because I played. I did everything. I did all the activities. Like wherever you can get an exotic from, it's something I went and did every single week. So I feel like there was a chance. It's just the people that didn't do it.
Like
I did my raids every.
Man, I did all that joint. I remember.
Do you still?
I got it right before Crota's End came out. I got in that last Iron Banner before Crota's End came out. And I'm telling you right now, I was so happy.
It's a good feeling, and it was a good weapon too.
And I feel like that feeling has been taken away. From us. I don't get that feeling with most things anymore. It's whenever someone's like, yo, how come you always want us to feel like we got to earn something? And I'm like, it's not that I want you to feel like you have to earn something. It's that it feels so much better when you earn it. When something is not guaranteed. Like all these exotics that we have. Imagine there was a way that like you didn't know for sure. Like if you're missing a chest piece or if you're missing a helmet and an exotics drops on the ground, you don't have that feeling anymore that it's going to be that exotic or not. Now it's like it's going to be that exotic. I feel like that got sucked out of it too. Like that's another thing. Like they want everyone to have everything, right? Raid Rocket from Deep Stone Crypt. The more you do it, you can join whatever. The more you do it, the higher chance you have.
Correct.
So like they added that too, and I'm like, well, that basically takes away the whole fun, because now I know I'm gonna get it at some point. Either
the next one or the next
one or the next one.
It's coming.
It's coming. Yeah. Whereas like Vex Mythoclast, bro, I knew people that still didn't get Vex Mythoclast. So today, or even the raid ship from Wrath of the Machine. Oh my God! Like people like, yo, I'm trying to get that ship. I'm trying to get Vex Mythoclast. People still going for it, even after it got nerfed. But you never knew. But you always had this like feeling like, yo, I'm gonna get it today. I'm gonna get it today. As you find Atheon, and you go through that middle for damage, and bro, it was cool. Another rare gun was like the Praetorian Foil, the fusion from the Oracle encounter. Like you didn't get, like, you were like, man, I hope I get this. I hope I get this. I hope I get this. And if you didn't get it, you were like, you were a little bit sad, but then like the next week, you were ready to go again. You were ready to do your fucking nightfalls. You had
But you also
an incentive to play it
too. Before my bad for cutting you off. But another thing we didn't have back then were elemental weapons, and that's why those weapons also felt so amazing to get. Like to get a fire weapon, to get a word of Crota, to get like the Vex that had fire. Like we needed these for the Nightfall. Like I don't know how we can recreate that feeling or that vibe for that must have, even though if it was a bad weapon, but we just needed that to complete something. And it was also feel good to get it. Like it added to it.
Like when you saw that shit on your screen, it was something that you remember for a long time.
Yup.
Like, yo, when you get your Vex Mythical class? Motherfucker, I remember that shit. It was my first raid. I didn't know what the fuck was happening. Everybody did everything. I was like level 28. They told me it was like hard mode, and then I got in there. Everybody was mad, and they kicked me. But that's how I remember that shit. Or like the Galahorn. Like, I remember how I got the Galahorn. Like, just like, and that's what I mean. These are such precious fucking moments that when they're gone. I like, and people were happy like knowing that they're gonna get exotics, man. The same thing with XP. Like, why does everyone have to be at like pinnacle level? You know what I mean? Like, I loved when pinnacle only came out from raids. The reason why I say that is because it required you to be at pinnacle levels to be like to do well in raids, right? Like in Destiny 1, you didn't have to be at the max level to do anything in the game. And I had this talk last week, and I was like, it should be something where like that last +1 for your pinnacle should be like a pain in the ass. Like it should be something that only comes out of the raid, or it should be something that comes out from end game. And I've been, you know, I think a lot of people don't understand what I'm talking about when I'm talking about end game. I don't think pinnacle right now is actually end game. Like whenever we go and do something for a pinnacle, it doesn't feel like it's end game. Like me doing 3 strikes is not a pinnacle activity to me. Me doing 3 crucible matches or 3 gambit matches, stuff. And that's the thing. Like if you're gonna call something pinnacle, I feel like it should come from end game. And we have so many pinnacles right now. This guy's lagging. We have so many pinnacles right now, bro. It is scary. And now they're gonna make it to where each season, you know, we don't have to like go up 50 levels anymore, and that's neat. But now we have too many pinnacle sources. You know, like, bro, I don't even know anymore. People were complaining, oh, there's not that many sources for us to get light level. Now we have so many, and now they're changing it to only needing 10. How's that gonna work out?
There's a lot of people lagging in this one.
Oh yeah. This lobby is a little weird. Oh, bro, I was talking about this the other day. Someone was like, no, like, you can't blame someone for having bad connection. And I was like, yes, you could. Yes, you could. Because, you know, like if you're playing Call of Duty, they have servers. So when someone's lagging or they have bad internet, that's on them. But the way Destiny is set up is peer-to-peer. So what happens is it is using all of our internet to kind of pull together the lobby. So if someone is lagging for me, that's because my internet has to pull to help their internet work better. And in that case, my internet forgets about me, so I get shit on. And that happens. And someone's like, no, that's not how it works. I'm like, bro, that's how it works. It's peer-to-peer. You're helping someone sustain their internet so you can play with them. It sucks. And I know we're never going to get servers. And I know a lot of people talk about servers all the time. But why would they ever invest in servers? This is not, you know. Yeah.
They're not making tourney money.
Yeah. It's also set up where, like, you can never make more than maybe 500 or something like that. It's weird. It's weird. But I also don't understand the whole factor of like, oh, it's getting light level. You know, like even for trials and all that, or Iron Banner, I don't understand it. If you're gonna, I don't. There's too many sources for something for it to be like, oh, this is the only way that you can do this, or this is the only way that you can do that. Just remember how long it took people, man, to get to 30. How long did it take you to get to 30?
I mean, you don't want to ask me. I did it a lot. It takes time, but still.
Forever 29, bro. You know, it was like, man.
Okay, I deleted like 6 characters in a 38-hour stream. I was able to do it. Like I was able to get that XP.
Yeah.
Like I deleted Titans to get a Black Hammer, like because you know when Black Hammer first came out and it was legendary.
Yeah.
I deleted my 3rd Titan and I leveled them up every single time to 30, just so I'm able to do the thing. Then I moved my gear over because you had to move the gear, like you couldn't put on the gear unless he was the right level. So I did it in one stream, like I think 6 times.
Oof.
I deleted like literally I deleted like I have a 38-hour stream. That's the longest stream I ever did.
Yeah, someone was talking shit because I remember I had like a hunter, and then I deleted it. I didn't really have a hunter like that. I had my time was my first character that I made. Then I had a warlock. I made a warlock because everyone kept complaining about like needing a self-res warlock for VOG. And then when Crota's End came out, you know, I used a sword on my Titan.
You needed a hunter.
And everyone was like, you need a hunter, man. You don't like two-phase it. So then like I made my hunter, deleted and made my hunter, and deleted. I made my hunter 3 times, got all the gear that I needed because I threw everything in the vault, kept deleting it. And then I started swording for people, man. And be crazy. Like that's basically how I started like streaming, just helping little kids, all the squeakers with their fucking rocket launchers with cluster bombs. Yo, shoot at Crota's leg, okay?
1, 2, 3, shoot.
It was like,
bro, that was fun. Like it was a strike, but it was fun. They got everybody together. All the new people that were nervous, even though there was nothing to be nervous about. But it was fun. It was fun. Shoot the knights, yo! Knights are coming out. Get ready. It was fun.
Bro, Knights, man, listen, we used to argue about the Knights in King's Fall. Fucking the Oryx fight, that 4th Knight. I'm saying that 4th Knight came out of the floor, so he was dead. Like, nah, you ain't kill him, I killed him. No, you didn't, I sniped him. Like, that 4th dude, because he used to that 4th Knight used to always sneak and go get a set of bombs. So everybody was just ready to whop on him. I remember I used to be the runner, and then what I used to do is as soon as I slam, I just jump to the top and try to get the sniper right away. Oh, man. Damn. I kind of wish they brought back King's Fall instead of VOG. I'm going to be honest with you guys, because VOG is like a raid learn, like it's a Destiny 2. It really is. There's only 2 bosses. So, to me, I consider that a raid lair. What you think they're gonna do? Because apparently there's a second. They're gonna try to like change a few things, and they're gonna have a world's first race and all that. Like
they're gonna dump champions in there.
And they said after you complete it, you have to go back and do other things.
Nah, I hope it's like bigger than that. I hope it's not just a bunch of champions everywhere, like and just this is hard now, like but.
But they said once you complete it, there's going to be more tasks to do. So I'm guessing maybe they're going to do a hidden puzzle or something. They might come up with something.
I hope they do. New content is something I always love.
Yeah. I'm just happy that they took away sunsetting. And it's funny because I was talking about this, but I was like, man, They should have pulled this plug a lot earlier. Like a lot earlier. This should have been like, you know, last season before we lost a bunch of shit. But it's whatever. They did what they did, and I'm glad that they reverted it. Now the dungeon, you know, the privacy dungeon is really good now because when it comes to gear, all that stuff can go up to, you know, 69, and that's a way better farm. You know, like most games, like I started playing Genshin, right? And there's domains and people go farm for like certain materials. And that's what it kind of like reminded me of. I was like, man, that's true. This dungeon is basically gonna be that. Like if someone really needs gear, or if they're coming back into the game and they need something like good for a setup, that's the place. You know, like you might not get it right away, but you know, you spend a few hours in there, you might get some. And that's pretty fucking dope, man. I think Bungie's making the right moves. I mean, we're not gonna get anywhere perfect. You know, like I don't think the game is ever gonna be perfect. But I think for me at least, I'm gonna take it for what it is. Everybody always saying, "Yo, you playing that dead game?" Yet, like that dead game, you keep coming back to watch it. You know, you keep following stuff. You keep wanting to know what's happening in this dead game.
Yeah.
So, you can't be that dead if you know it keeps you interested. I'm happy, man. Transmog is cool. I think Witch Queen is gonna be insane because Joe Blackburn is working on it, and that dude made a lot of crazy shit in this game. Like Last Wish, he worked on that. Like the whole Riven fight. There's just I don't know. There's a pattern that they do, and I'm like, man, I could fuck with this. I don't know if you had that gut feeling before, like when Warmind and then Forsaken came out. I had that kind of like feeling.
I mean, what's coming is big, and if crossplay is gonna come with it, it's gonna be really big.
Yeah, crossplay, bro. Crossplay. I don't know how I'm gonna feel about crossplay because when it comes to Crucible, you know PC is gonna have to be host. So I wonder if that's gonna bring any like crazy lag into the game as well. But I think for PvE it'll be nice. I don't know how well people are going to like for Discord. I think a lot of new people are gonna have to get used to Discord. Like a lot of new people are gonna have to get used to Discord, bro.
Because, like the console players?
Yeah. I think Xbox players already know about Discord. I don't think it's on PlayStation though. Is it on PlayStation? Maybe it is. Maybe it is. Maybe it isn't. But it'll be nice to have more and more people like start using Discord and learning about it. I was thinking about maybe even like making a quick tutorial like this is how you get in Discord, and you know this is what you do. You know some Discord may have this where you have to like verify yourself, but I'm liking it. But at the same time, I just hope that it is better than what I think it's going to be. Because when it comes to, you know, the Trials population, at first I was like, man, you know, if they force everyone into crossplay, this might be good for the community. But then I thought about it. I was like, ain't nobody trying to play like someone fucking with fully auto weapons all the damn time, right? You don't want to fucking sit here. Because, I played Trials for an entire weekend and people were like, oh my God, what the hell? Like that guy has a fully auto this, fully auto that. Bungie, please don't put us with like PC players with crossplay. Don't force us to do this. Like motherfuckers were scared, bro. So I'm a little bit worried. A little bit worried for all the console players that want to play against PC players because I feel like it's a way faster game. What do you think? I feel like playing on console is a lot slower than PC. Like there's a huge difference.
They're gonna feel it. I know they're gonna feel it. They think there's not much. A lot of people say they're gonna keep up. I know, but like I feel like Destiny is a different game. Like mostly with verticality and how fast you can move and like They're gonna feel it. Like, I think it's gonna be a difference for sure. I know a lot of them say no, we're gonna get it. It's gonna be normal, but the verticality and the movement speed and the turning around is I don't know. They're gonna notice it.
The speed the speed, the frames, having someone see you before you see them is going to be insane. And I don't think a lot of people even understand that. Like, frames matter a lot. And people always say, yeah, I get 120 frames, I get this, I get that. And I'm like, yeah, but a lot of us get like maybe 200, 300. Like, it's not going to be fun if you get into a lobby and you can't even shoot somebody because you're always getting shot first. And, you know, doesn't matter if you're getting aim assist because, you know, there are people that play on PC that use controllers. So that's also a thing. It's just movement, man. You could do so much. You could do so much with mouse and key.
So. You don't really know until you move to mouse and key. Like, it's literally like you just feel it. You know the mouse and keyboard, the key binds, the mouse itself, the turning, the extra controls, the access of all the buttons at once whenever you need them. To be able to turn and run and slide and melee and shoot all at once with no problem. Like, I don't know. There's so much to it.
Yeah, I remember like sticking the IB the first time and just like solo queuing. I'm like, man, I can't do this. I'll just grab my damn like controller. One day I put my controller really far out. I was like, I bet I can't get my controller now. It's a different room. It's somewhere else. I gotta play mouse and keyboard. And over time, like, you know, I got used to my movement. It is not simple. And when you look at it, you're like, man, I don't want to do this. I don't understand what the hell's going on here. Like, how the fuck am I moving with this? Like, what am I supposed to do here? Like, there's a lot that goes on. Can I even get
good with this?
Yeah.
I remember when I said that to myself. Can I even ever get good when I touched the mouse and it just moved and had zero control and nothing?
Yep. And then like playing multiple games and trying to make sure that your keys are the same for most things. Like if that game has like a melee or special ability, you trying to like set it up to your grenade or whatever. Like there's so much happening.
Mm-hmm.
Bro, I still don't know how to this day how I learned mouse and keyboard. I'm always like, man, what the fuck? Like, when the hell did I get good at this? Ooh, Last Word, man. I don't know. I feel like Last Word is still like ridiculously strong.
Yeah, and its range when you're in there, it's really good.
Yeah, if you're close to someone, they're dying. Like
mostly on controller, everything hits headshots.
Yep. Because I seen Jake using that damn thing, and he's just insane with it. Yeah, there's some weird lag in this thing too. Bro, but the whole trial situation, I don't think it's going to be fixed. What do you think? I feel like they should scrap it and find a way to make comp more rewarding. The reason why I say this is this. Hear me out. Would you rather play 6 to 7 hours to try to get flawless for one weapon or a piece of gear? Or would you rather invest into a comp system where you get rewarded for maybe every rank up, right?
And then that way they keep it like active at all times.
Yes,
like there's always a player base, and
it will keep it healthy, and you don't have to worry about, oh, I need to win 6 or 7 matches each weekend in order to get something. That's what I feel like it should be. I feel like that would be healthier. You know how there's like what is it? Overwatch has like a ranked playlist, right? That people play or whatever, and they rank up through it. Imagine something like that, but like in Destiny, and basically, you can earn your way up, right? There's I think people talk about like diamond and all this stuff, and if you're in diamond and you stay there, like the possibility of loot is a lot better than
if you're in that higher rank.
If you're in that higher rank, yes, and you can lose points and you could gain points. I feel like rank rewards would be a lot better than this bullshit trials thing that we have right now.
Yeah, it could work. It could work if they're willing to scrap whatever they've been doing for such a long time.
That's my thing though. Like, there's so many players that do sweat and all this other stuff, and if that's the case, this could be something that they would probably love to do. Like, you're going against people of your, what is it? I think it's a website called Face It or something like that people use to kind of like challenge against each other and play against each other. I just
Face It.
Yeah, with the whole Face It thing. But for me, I feel like Trials is played out. That first flawless or even that first weapon, it's not the same, man. A lot of people just living in this like whole like nostalgia like that they have from Destiny 1, where they used to play with their boys, they played against streamers, and then they hyped it up and they put up a video, and like they were happy about it, like yo, I just played against Prod, bro. Like, yeah, man, we lost like on the last card. This one, it was really good. Like, I don't get that anymore. Because if I ask someone, are they gonna play Trials? They're like, I gotta play Trials. I gotta do recovs or something. Like, they don't want to play it. It's not enjoyable. It is not enjoyable.
That's why I have the command in my stream regarding like nobody plays Trials for fun unless it's for like either money, getting carried, or cheaters. That's the only three type of people that are doing Trials. Either to get paid, either to get carried, or you're an actual cheater getting paid and doing the carries. But in there for having fun, like pure emotional inside fun. Hey, look at me, I'm having a blast. I'm 1v3 and I'm clutching, or look at me, let me do multiple cards with my friends. I don't know. I don't really see it. It's not like back then, like you just explained regarding the videos and people having fun. None of that. It's just in there for either cheaters, people getting carried, or the dude getting paid to do the carries. And that guy could be either the recov guy or the cheater himself.
Yeah. I just, the whole, like, even grind to 5,500 got diminished after, like, not forgotten all these other weapons just kind of, like, got pushed to the side. And like I said, it's going to take you, sometimes it takes you 6 to 7 hours to get to 7 flawless wins, and in that same amount of time you could have, maybe if you play comp, you could probably go like maybe 15 wins or something like that, maybe 15 wins and 2 losses, but there's a reward for you, right, as you as you go on the streak. And this will be the competitive playlist, and it would be end game, meaning like if you go to a certain point or if you win a certain amount of matches, you're going to get a pinnacle from it. That means for the whole week, if what you have to hit is maybe 30 wins, your points might go down, but if you could probably go 30 and 15, but all you gotta do is get 30 wins. I think people probably love that incentive more, because now they have time to do it than to waste their time just on one character, to get those 7 wins.
They'll lose their points or they'll go up in points, but still their 30 wins is what they're trying. And not only like it keeps them playing, but they're going to get their loot, and it keeps the playlist full. Keeps it active. Because they're just playing to play at that point. I mean, not playing to play. They're still trying to win, but
they're still trying to win.
Not losing out.
Yeah, that's still the incentive. But now you don't have to worry about someone cheating and doing all this extra stuff. And I think it'll also like incentivize others to not sit there and, you know, like, I feel like some people just, their souls got like tarnished, man. Like, you know, they gave up. They're like, man, I can't win legit. I need to do this. And it's like, if you give people opportunity or a mental state like, yo, you could do this. You don't have to worry about winning 7 matches anymore. You can actually just play in a competitive game mode because you want to play in that game mode. Then it would be more fun. I know a lot of people also talk about scrap that. No, Trials is like the best of the best. I think Trials was supposed to be something where you got to enjoy it with your friends, and if you went flawless, you were fucking like cheesing your ass off. Like, you like, oh my god, I went flawless. I went to the lighthouse. Lighthouse doesn't even like, it doesn't hold the same weight anymore. Like, yo, look at me at the lighthouse. So like, what? Yeah, I know a dude, he you know, he just win traded to get to the lighthouse. Like, yeah, like that value is not the same anymore. But if you, that's another thing too. People used to sweat their ass off to get to the lighthouse. But when I mean sweat the ass off, it was 2 people carrying 1 person, right? Sometimes 1 person carrying 2 people. So during that whole trip, people felt engaged, and they also brought entertainment to streams, right? Because you see a dude doing a double carry, you're like, holy shit, like yo, he's about to do like a 1v3. This is gonna be crazy. Like, you know, he's gonna have to do this a few times, and that's why people love Crafty, right? Like, I don't care how broken fucking, you know, the Arc subclass was, but you know, that's why people loved him. People got to see him in his space go against other really good players and be able to, you know, clutch it up and just go ham. And also, the population was so high that he didn't have to face a lot of top players. He just, you know, not every, bro, I tell you right now, Trials matches, the first 3 matches are like you're playing your 5th, your 6th match already. Like your first match.
Back then.
Yeah. That's what it feels like right now.
But again, bro, think about it like this. Think about what I told you regarding how I feel like the community as a whole has gotten better. Like, just over the years of, you know, playing Trials and figuring out when one is down, one is not down, so of course it's harder. And it's going to be harder for the casuals and the people that are not good at PvP due to the fact because as a community as a whole, we're all better. No, maybe a little correlation there, like just had to do with it. So like maybe we need a new game mode, like to switch it up. That way we have everybody learning again. And the good players are always going to learn first and they're going to get ahead because they spend more time and they know more PvP, blah, 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 the usual. But then the whole community is on a whole reset and a whole, you know, they're all learning again. And then it's a little bit easier for everybody.
I mean, Team Shot was also embedded into the community's head.
Yep. You see, that's another thing that didn't happen back then. Yeah. Like, it's just little things that you start adding up as a community whole that they have gotten better. So of course it's going to be harder. And I called that long time ago. I remember when I first started playing Trials and nobody knew nothing. Like literally people were just clueless, didn't know when to push, when not to push, what happened when there was a body down, when we needed to res, when literally the whole community was clueless. And that's why a lot of good players or like understood PvP back then loved Trials, because as a community, they weren't there yet. But over the months, over the years, over the thing, they gotten better and they gotten harder. But again, like I feel like they need to change stuff around. That way there's a reset and it's not as easy as, oh, team shoot, oh, hold hands, or all we got to do is this, because that's what everybody's doing. Everybody knows it already.
I kind of want objective based, and I know people hated it, but if I look at Trials, like especially on this map, right? I played Trials on this map and all it required was people waiting in the back of the map for their supers, and then it became a super fight. There was no incentive to push or to be aggressive or to do anything but to wait for your super. And I think there should be more to the game than just that. You know what I'm saying? Like, there has to be more. It can't just be that.
And I think it's time for that. We're already done with team deathmatch and 3v3 and one down. I mean, not saying that it should go away forever. Maybe they could add another, thing to it, like an objective game mode for trials, other than just a team deathmatch or what we have. That way, I don't know, change it up.
Bro, we had something like that. People didn't like it. Remember that? Where like with the bombs or whatever, people hated that. But that was objective.
But the thing is, bro, it was boring. It was slow. The switching, the rotation, it wasn't done the perfect way. I understand, yeah, we did hate it. Even I wasn't a big fan of it either, but it needed to be done better. It really needed to be, I don't know, more fluid, more faster, more like COD, if anything.
But there has to be something that pushes the incentive, like, yo, if we don't make a move here, we're going to lose because of this. Right? Like, we don't have that anymore. There's no need for anyone to do anything in the game. It's just weird to me. Like, I get in the match and we legit just, you're playing someone and they're in the back of the map just trying to wait for their supers. Their intellect is up and they're like, oh, well, if we get our supers, we're going to win. Like, we're going to run behemoth. Like, what? Is that your gameplay? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know.
Yeah, they need more. They need to switch it up.
Yeah, we need some. We need something, and we need it soon. But one thing about Crucible that I like to tell a lot of people is Crucible's free, man. So like, they're not required to give us maps or do anything because, bro, everything about it it's free. Everything about it's free. From even Endgame Crucible is free trials. So as much as I like to talk about it and you see people like lose their fucking minds over it, there's nothing that we can do. I think this is all on Bungie when it comes down to it, what they want to do. Do you think they're going to do anything?
I don't think so. Bungie's worried about other things right now.
Yeah. I mean, their main problem with cheaters, and I'm pretty sure they're looking into it all the time because they know it's hurting. Like I said, they know that little garage is fucking flaring up. Like, yo, the garage is on fire. We know it's on fire. Like we've
been trying to turn it off.
Yeah, we've been trying to fucking turn the bitch down. We've been trying to, do something. Do some damn, some water in there. Went to the fire station, asked a lot of questions. Nothing. One thing that's cool that I like, though, is the gilded titles. But I feel like it could be implemented a lot better than what it is right now. Even like the Unbroken Gilded was so simple. What do you think about that? Because every season we have to do things to get to keep it going.
The thing is, I really don't do the titles and this stuff. I never did it. I never chased to unlock them, the medals. Yeah. The only one I have is Flawless, and that one just happened because it's PvP.
Yeah. Yeah, because they have they have all these titles for each section, and I'm just thinking what if?
I think they need to maybe tie it to give me more reason to do it. Maybe an armor or a cosmetic, or because just the title under my name doesn't show anything to anybody. For a person that doesn't know what it is, they're gonna see Dredgen or Flawless or blah blah. What What does that mean to him? Nothing. Even to me, as a player that plays this game every day, I don't know what dredging means. I don't know what the other thing. I know flawless because I have flawless. But if there was some other thing, like a, I don't know, like a fire ass emblem, like a fire ass cosmetic,
What is
or
about those
something that be
halos
like,
that we had?
mhm.
Remember those halos that we had, like when we made like when you did Nightfalls and D1, you had the halo on your head, or even the ones that we got from like Leviathan. What if they made
Something
halos
like
like,
that.
yeah,
Yeah,
halos,
like,
maybe ghost ship. People love cosmetics, right?
yeah,
So
like, but they have to look cool. They can't just be cosmetics just for the simplicity of just giving us, cosmetics or just loot. They have to make sense for the actual, like, whatever they're making us do. If it's a strike, if it's a whatever, like, needs to like relate with it, and it also needs to stand out for people when they see us at the tower, whenever they see us in PvP, or whenever we see ourselves. We're like, yo, this shit is cool. That way, if we think it's cool, other people are going to see us as cool, and then makes other people want to go get it. But now with just that little purple title, that green title, whatever the hell that is, I don't know what it means. I don't know what it means. And I play this game a lot. Like, I don't know. So they need to do a better job with that one, at least regarding the medals and the titles and all that stuff. Make it more rewarding. I don't know, either fire shaders that like stand, like maybe like motion shaders or something that stands out from the rest. That way you're like, yo, where do I get that from? And to the point where people start recognizing it. People are like, oh, he has the armor because he did that nightfall, whatever. Oh, he has this gear because he did that, flawless thing. Oh, he has this, instead of just the title flawless or the title dredging or the title blah 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 blah. And I think it would be way more cool, and it'll give them more reason to go to certain activities when they, there's something that's really worth getting. And it could just be cosmetics only, but it could be like really good stuff for the game, like weapons that you must get, or certain things that are related to that activity, and that makes that activity really useful. Like if you get this armor and this weapon for this activity, is going to make this thing worth doing more, or make it easier, or I don't know, just
yeah,
to
it
help you
reminded me
out,
of
give
like
us a
Harmo
reason to get
Crota.
it.
Like you went to the tower, you see motherfuckers with glow hoods on. You're like, where the fuck did you get that from? Like, and that was really insane. Like people were like, yo, that is fucking cool, and that got people
Yep.
to jump into a raid that they didn't even know shit about. They didn't even know it came out. They knew nothing about it. So I'm hoping something like that comes out, like not just from a raid, but like with these seals. One thing about Destiny is no matter how silly something may seem, if it looks cool, we'll go after it.
Yep.
And that's a fact. If something looks cool, we'll go after it. If something is
Yep.
like rare to get, we'll go after it.
I'm gonna go after it.
And I feel like that rarity is just
They're sleeping on it,
man. It's gone.
They're sleeping on it, worrying about giving everything to everybody, even though they could use that to their own advantage to sell, or like make us play, or I don't know, grind.
Yeah.
Or they're sleeping on it.
I don't know. I feel like one day they'll wake up like, oh, wait, not everyone can have everything because that's how the world works. Oh no, but it's a video game, right? Sure. People complain about Eververse prices all the time. And then Bungie brought in Bright Dust, and people can get some of the stuff from Bright Dust. And I feel like people still complain about that. Oh, this is too much Bright Dust, or you don't give us enough bounties for this. I personally don't like bounties, man. I just want to play the game. I want to get XP just by playing the game. I hate bounties.
Bounties the game.
That's what the game is right now. It's straight bounties.
Not a big fan of it. Almost everything is a bounty. Even the quests are a bounty. Like when you go to Iron Banner and you do the Iron Banner quest, it's just a bunch of bounties piled up on each other.
Yeah.
Like it's the same thing. It tells you go get 10 kills with this gun. Go get this. It's the same thing as a bounty, but just on top of each other.
It's a bounty, just different steps. This guy is lost, bro. One thing too that like I miss is the factions. factions had like a nice little add-on, and they're there and they're a resource for Bungie, but they're not using it. And I don't know, man. Like now that things aren't sunset, they could easily bring back some guns that we had in faction. Cause they brought some of them back. Like they brought back Dire Promise. But it'd be nice if they just decided, okay, we're gonna bring back Piety's Corrector. We're gonna add in I think it's like the variables. I forgot the name of it. It's like the SMG from Future Wall Call. And all you have to do is, you know, go to Vance or whoever it is. Don't pick up bounties. Please, please, please. Have a badge that represents that. And when you have that badge on, anything you do in a game gives you XP. And then when you rank up, you have a chance to get it. And that's just another like side hustle. I'd rather that than these Umbral fucking engrams that we get like all the fucking time. Bro, like these Umbral engrams legit just drop too much.
Yeah.
Because once you get what you need, what's the point of Umbral engrams anymore?
Just to delete them. More materials other than the blues. I got so many blues and so many purples I don't need.
Same thing for exotics. Like once you get every exotic, what is the point in chasing after them? Bro, I had a full vault of Masterwork exotics, and not many of them were god rolls. They were most of them were trash. I would say 95% of them were terrible. So no matter what, the game still lies in RNG. So it doesn't hurt to just have something else added, like glass needles. Glass needles would be dope. Glass needles.
I forgot about glass needles. What is glass needles?
Okay, remember when we were able to reroll exotics?
Yes. Oh, yeah. You need the material, right?
Yeah, you need that material. So then that would bring back value to Xur, and that will also maybe like if you do GMs, which is endgame, you can get them as well. So.
Oh. And like when you say reroll exotics, you also mean the armor, right?
Yeah, exotic armor.
Yeah.
Yeah, not the weapons. Yeah. It's just, I don't know. Be fucking dope. Also, mods, can we ban that one dude? Pesty, do your job. Stop giving me shit. When it comes to Crucible, I think I'm done with that. Gambit, how you feel about Gambit? Again, this bottom dollar that like has a low drop rate.
I mean, we talked about rarity and how it's a good thing, but I know everybody's already crying about the Gambit and they're already changing it, so
well, they
win again.
Yeah, it's not just Gambit. It's also the strikes and the Crucible for the sniper. They're changing all of that. My hot take is, here's the thing. These weapons have 16 in the slot, right? For both of them. Why not do something like, just hear me out here. You know how they have it to certain weapons have like 2 perks at the end, right?
Yeah.
Why not make it to where, okay, the drop rate is fucking crazy, but when you get a drop, the last perk has 2 options. I think that would be worth it. You know what I'm talking about, right?
You mean, yeah.
Because the pool itself is so huge for perks. There's 16 perks, so there's I believe there's 42,000 possibilities that you can roll on these on the gun, bro. Right? Besides the gun being rare, I think on top of that, that's the thing. So if they're gonna buff up the drop rate, why not do something like that?
Yeah,
I would love to see something like that.
It makes more sense, to be honest, instead of just buffing up the drop rate and having people get bad rolls more often. instead of having it a low chance and be nice when you get it, and also having that extra chance of maybe getting the one that you want because you have
Yeah,
that extra plus perk.
because you might get fucked in the first trade anyway,
Yeah,
right? And it's kind
yeah.
of neat that they're putting stuff in Crucible and in Gambit, and damn well they put stuff in Gambit because not most folks are going to play it. Think about it. Bottom dollar is a 120. That's really good, and they know most people aren't going to play Gambit. So what are you gonna do? You're gonna put something there that's going to drive players to go play this. I just wish that it was better thought out. Cause 16 perks, man, like in both slots, and then the drop rate. Or have those weapons have a low chance to also come from the vendors. Because the thing that they did with the vendors, bro, one thing that's annoying is like, I think Shaxx is at maybe he was like at 200 for me at one point, and now he's back to like maybe 50 things that I have to pick up from him. Another thing that's annoying is if you don't pick that up at the end of the season, you lose all of that, and that's like materials and possible things. How come they don't just make it to where like, oh, you don't want to pick that up, or like, oh, you just want to delete all these because they're trash? Just auto delete. Give me my fucking shards. But no, they're making us sit there and pick it up. It's almost like having coins, but instead of you having the coins on you, the coins are now stored at Zavala and fucking Drifter. That's exactly what it looks like to me.
Yeah.
Right? They took it away from us, and then they put it back into the vendor motherfuckers.
Also, another thing I don't like is the whole thing. What they did with the vendors is the reset. Like, I don't know why we have to go back over there now every single time.
Especially when they said like all this stuff was going to be refreshed each year. I feel like if it's going to be refreshed each year, it should be around for the whole entire year. I don't know. That's what I feel like. I feel like it's just the system is all over the place when it comes to Crucible and Gambit, because I feel like Crucible game modes and Destiny 1 were a lot better. We even had the whole combined arms playlist that people played. You can get on
a lot of people missed that.
Yeah.
I don't know why was that taken out. I don't understand why they take out things where people just always gave good feedback. You never heard anybody talk bad about the big maps and the vehicles. It was a fun thing to get once in a while.
I think Rift was fun as fuck too. I miss Rift.
Same thing with Strike exclusive loot. Nobody ever complained about Strike's exclusive loot. We like that. Why was that ever
with the skeleton
removed?
keys?
Yeah, like we loved that. We loved hunting those things.
I don't know.
Why was it removed? I don't know. There's a lot of things that we truly loved in this game, and I don't know. Maybe they're gonna sell it to us later on. Maybe like, hey.
Well, they added Nightfall loot. It's just different because we're gonna have a normal version and a depth version. I mean, this is the first season. We'll see how it goes. When it comes to depth weapons, I feel like there should be an intrinsic perk, because nothing really changes between a normal and a depth besides like when you masterwork something, you get +3 in each slot over the normal. But +3 isn't anything too crazy.
No.
I feel like if I'm using an adept hand cannon, it should have Icarus built in over the normal one. If I'm using an adept pulse rifle, it should have maybe adept counterbalance built into it. If I'm using a shotgun, maybe you should get like adept maybe range, or maybe Icarus or something. You know,
They
like
give it a little bit more reason.
yeah, like there has to be something that like is completely different from this gun to the next, besides the stats. Like there has to be something that's like, wait, you got the dev version, bro? That's
Other than the +3, +3, +3, yeah.
yeah. Like that's the difference right there, bro. Like what the fuck? Like how'd you get that? Or like, yo, that is sweet. Like
Mostly with what you said regarding the shotgun, like a shotgun is a shotgun. Like in a good player's hand, that little bit is not gonna make that much of a difference.
Mm-hmm. A shotgun literally is a shotgun in a good player's hand, man.
Same thing with like regarding the adept, like an adept or not adept. So like you want it to be a little bit different, like some more reason to go get the adept or want that adept other than the +3 in each slot, I guess.
Yeah. And then like people are gonna argue like, oh, you can put like adept mods on it. Yeah, that's cool, but at the same time, adept mods don't do much. Especially when I look at the difference between like I think okay, so Adept Icarus I don't think has any negatives, but certain Adept mods have negatives, and I'm like, why would I go for this when I could just use one that has no negatives and is a normal mod? I still feel like the Adept system wasn't thought out too well.
It's something, yeah, and just threw in there.
I feel like it was just put together, and they wanted to make people feel like we had adept things. And it's cool, like, yeah, we got some adept stuff, but for me, it has to be more than that. Destiny, man. I can't wait to see what they have this year. I feel like there's going to be a lot of dope stuff. A lot of people hate on the game, but a lot of people still love the game. People are telling me that poison might be the next subclass because of the fucking those gauntlets that we got for the warlock, and us going into hive. What do you think about that?
Poison? I mean, I don't know what that would look like as a subclass, but seems like it would chain. That doesn't seem like something I would like. At least for PvP. I don't want somebody getting killed and then getting me killed just because he got killed.
After doing this season and getting like stasis and freezing things, like imagine getting another subclass that can counter this, or like that can be like as strong as this. It'd just be crazy to me. I don't know.
I think it would. I don't think the game is gonna go into what people are. I mean, they said they want to though. They mentioned it that they are taking into account that people like the game when there's actual gunplay, not only ability play. So they're listening, but I don't know if they're gonna do it. Like, I don't know.
I mean, I would love to see like I would literally love to see some of the stuff that they go through. Like I kind of want to be like a fly on the wall and be like, huh? Like what? Is this what you guys wanted? Like when they talk about like, more gunplay, like didn't you know stasis was going to ruin that? Like, I don't know. I was told poison and possibly Siva. I don't even know how any of that will work out.
I mean, if there's a new subclass coming, I expect more broken stuff to be coming on the way.
Yeah, because they have to sell DLCs. So Witch Queen, I feel like, is going to have some crazy shit. Gunplay. I feel like gunplay is a hard topic in Destiny because, like I said, some people like using bows. Some people like using grenade launchers, hand cannons, fusions. And It's one of those fucking weird things where I feel like most of the time gunplay is not even gunplay because team shotting. You get in and there's a motherfucker like he's just there's that one motherfucker that always whenever you see him, he always has someone else with him like he never like plays alone. He baits, he moves. And he's not really using gunplay. He's just using someone else to weaken you down and he can get the finish off shot. And these are sometimes the same people that are like, oh, I want to see more gunplay. I want to like, I want to get in there and not die to someone throwing a knife or someone freezing me, or someone like using their melee from like 5 blocks away at me. Right? But then you look at the motherfucker's loadout. He got on like a sniper. He got it on Spectral Blade because he wants to go invis the whole match. Like, especially when it was broken, like you can basically see the whole map for like 9 seconds or some shit like that. Like that shit was broken. The motherfucker was talking about, this is this is gunplay for me. I was like, how is that gunplay for you? Like, no, that's not gunplay for you. It's not. And I don't, you know what it is? As much as I want to see gunplay, it'd be nice if they made a playlist that was maybe strictly primary. And maybe it was, they had like sets of weapons that you can choose out of there. And people can just go in there and kind of play that. Like you'll have your, your jumps or whatever, but it would just be a playlist where it's just straight primary weapons. You get to choose what your flavor is. Basically everything is curated, and then you get to have fun. Because I remember even Gambit, I remember having fun at Gambit when I played at PAX because, everyone had the same weapons. It was nothing in the sandbox that we currently had where people came back home and then all of a sudden we got it and Sleeper was a crazy thing. It was just like, oh, snap. We all have the same guns. We're all running around and we're having fun and no one's evading and like taking everybody out. Crazy. Like no one has this crazy armor that they already got their Dawn Blade and they're coming through on the first invade. Like it's crazy whenever I think about that shit. Like you go to a convention and you try this shit out, like, oh man, this is gonna be awesome. And then you get home and the shit come out, you're like, this is not what I pictured. Like, what the fuck is this? You know what I'm saying? Like, this is not what I pictured. I also feel like Destiny should be a fun ass game. And that's why there's stuff like Mayhem, where people go in, spam their abilities, use their supers, and have fun. Like, that's why Mayhem is there. What, bro? Who the fuck is hitting me?
Maybe the turret.
No, this guy's hitting me from like a weird ass angle. Also, I would say like spawns in this game are terrible, man. There's been plenty of times where I spawn in and someone's like already shooting me in the face, or like I spawn in and I'm in a whole different area. Like, I don't know. Spawn trapping people in this game is ridiculous. But yeah, you're right. There's a lot of really good players now. But you know what also suck? I saw your Twitter thing. Some dude was like, oh man, he might be cheating. There's also that. There's also the whole, oh, this dude might be cheating thing. Because there's so many players that are cheating. How do you feel about that? Like, someone like
someone like what? Like
someone like accusing you of like, oh man, it looked like he was, he had hacks, or that he was going through some shit. You know what I mean? Like
those things really, me don't bother me. Cry about it and they hate what they call their cheater, but me, I remember today's was a compliment. Like when you have that much good aim and people give you, think you're a cheater, that's a compliment. But again, it just comes down to Bungie to fixing their anti-cheat server and giving us a peace of mind. That way we know they're not really cheating.
Yeah, it sucks.
But
it really sucks.
I don't mind getting called a cheat. Like it really doesn't hurt me. It doesn't bother me. I know I'm not cheating. Just something I don't worry about.
Oh shoot, probably you're like lagging out for me.
What, Discord?
Yeah, it had you like robotic for a little bit. Now I think you're back to normal now. I was like, shit, we got to call. I don't know who's your provider, but if it's Cox or Comcrap. Man, this I say hi guy. I don't know. This connection to mine is a little bit shaky here. Ace of Spade, man. Ace was really nice. I haven't really used Ace in a while. Whoa. What the? I just got doodled on. Wait, I still have some of my super energy. Why? Oh, you saw what they're doing Chaos, right?
What?
You saw what they're doing to Chaos?
There needs to. Whatever it is, it needs to happen.
Well, I feel like Chaos was one of the only ways to kind of combat stasis. Because it's a super that's like pretty far out, Bro, Behemoth is just freaking wild. Behemoth cannot be stopped for some damn reason.
No, the new supers, everything new shuts down Behemoth. Like the new super shuts down Behemoth from the Hunter. The new Warlock super shuts down Behemoth from. I don't know. I've been shut down by anything that freezes. Like as a player that plays it, I don't know. I feel like I've been getting shut down a couple times.
I feel like that thing is just unstoppable.
Nah, like if you catch my streams after playing with it 11 hours, I get shut down. I mean, it's rough, but I do.
Oh man, we're playing some like sweats in this game.
Just need we need everybody to stay alive a little bit. We'll be all right.
These guys are pushing together and doing the most. Yeah. Man, teabag shooting and all that. Whoa. Is that a Nova bomb tracking people? We got a bunch of Iron Lords right now. Oh man. All right. That's another thing. Like, I feel like the skill-based matchmaking and like everything in this game, and it doesn't go away. Like, I know they said it refreshes every season. I don't think it does. If it did, I would notice it. But go ahead, Prime.
I thought you would notice it.
Wait, what the hell just happened there? Oh my. But yeah, I think Discord does not want to be your fan right now, bro. Because it had you sound like a bot.
Why. I could refresh. I could come back.
Yeah, if it try refreshing, let's see. Ooh, we got all the zones.
Discord. I try to reset it.
Yeah, I think this sounds a lot better. Nah, I think what was that? I think Bushy was talking about it earlier. Discord was acting up for him too. So got nothing to do with you. It's just Discord sometimes, and this is also like on a Discord server. So
Oh yeah, the partnered one.
yeah. Oh man, that was really skillful. This guy just threw out a grenade, froze me, and boom, that was it. I don't know, man. I still, as much as I'm not a huge fan of this damn stasis freeze bullshit, I still feel like hammers in Destiny 1 was just way more OP. Killed by the architects. Whoa. Oh snap, we have the lead. I mean, these guys are like switching out and everything. Oh, they're gonna hide. I'm not chaos reaching anybody. Would you look at that? All he had to do was throw out a grenade as I chaos. I don't know, man. I don't know. I feel like if you get to a certain resilience, you should be able to you should be able to like
Dude
tank
is
stuff.
teabagging at the bottom of the list. Feels bad.
There's a guy teabagging at the bottom of the list.
Dude light. He's the list with 1.47 teabagging.
Oh well, he was trying his ass off.
He was booty cheeks.
I'm happy for him. Yo, kicker, I know you talking shit. Have my money, son. You throwing? I don't know. I think the state of Destiny's fine. It needs a little bit of tweaking, but I think people just there was a point where like even you play a lot of Fortnite, you know, and I feel like playing other games sometimes like help people like refresh and you know, try new things, and then all of a sudden like, wait a minute, I shouldn't be this mad at this game because every game has like flaws. Or like when someone plays let's say someone jumps on to Call of Duty or something like that, right? And they get in a lobby and all of a sudden someone's like fucking cheating. Then you know there's not just like cheaters in Destiny, but there's cheaters everywhere. Or like Apex. I remember playing Apex and I'm like, yo, we played against a motherfucker that like legit was tracking through walls and was not missing.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's just weird.
That definitely happens. That definitely happens when you start to like see that like there's no game that's perfect anyways. Every game has problems, its issues. Every game either has lag, connection, frustration, something about every other game. And when you play other games, it kind of eases you off, I guess, off of Destiny a bit, like not to expect the perfect game because there is no such thing as a perfect game.
Yeah. It's just weird because some people have, you know, great games, and then sometimes you have bad games. That's even like professional sports, you know, like people have amazing games and sometimes they have an off night. Shit happens. Oh man. But it seemed like, damn, we already hit the timer already. Holy cow. Time flies,
Nice.
man. You talk about Destiny. Right?
Destiny, woo!
Shit. Bro, you got any crazy things coming up? Got anything set up?
Nah, just playing the Destiny. That's all we're doing. Playing the PvP, hoping for more fun.
What about Outriders?
Nah, I haven't looked into it. I haven't touched it. I should have touched the beta. I think it's still out. I downloaded it, but
Yeah.
I didn't. I didn't do it.
Yeah, I feel like that game is gonna be another like nice game to just play for a little bit. I kept saying this, but I was like, that game is gonna be all PVE, right? And you know, people don't complain about something being OP and PVE. People only complain about things when they die to it in PvP.
PvP. Yeah.
So with that game,
That could be a fun.
yeah, if that game is mainly PVE, like I don't think a lot of changes are gonna happen. And I think people are probably gonna get to enjoy that a little bit more than usual.
Yeah.
I can't wait to
No, for sure.
dive back in though.
I need my PvP though. That's one of the only reason I'm kind of hesitant. I do need me to shoot me another player or at least bother somebody else online.
Well, you know, Embor started grind the crap out of the game because anything that you get in the beta, you get to keep. So that's something
I
that
heard
he's
about
been.
that.
Yep, that's something that he's been working on. I don't know. I'm excited for this year. I think there's a bunch of good games out, and people's times will be valued nicely. And I'm out here trying to get my credit up, man. You know.
Yeah.
Yeah. Once you have a few pets over there, you got the caw and the dog. You know, like, yeah, I'm trying to, possibly get a dog, save up for a home and then get a dog.
Yeah, do it. You gotta that credit. You gotta take care of it.
Yeah, you gotta have goals, man. Can't just be stagnant, I feel like a lot of people they get like, you get comfortable and then all of a sudden, you ain't got shit else to do. Because, trial streamers, I'm sorry to say this, but a lot of you, were excited about trials. You thought it was going to be like that forever, and then it changed. And then you had to, figure out something else. And I feel like, what the hell's up with this guy? He's just running everywhere. I feel like you always have to challenge yourself. There has to be something there for you to always try to get. Sav, this guy's running back to you, or is he?
Oh, I got grenade launched.
Oh, they got heavy?
I think so.
How do you feel about grenade launchers? Like, not just heavy grenade launchers. I mean, like, energy grenade launchers.
Well, I come from Call of Duty, one-man army noob. I hate it, but again, we talk about having fun, and it doesn't really matter, I guess. I mean, I don't know. People are trying to have fun one way or the other. That's what what makes them happy, I guess.
Yeah.
I'm tired of worrying about balance, and even if that's what they want to use, I have fun. I hate dying by it. It sucks dying by it. It's pretty cheesy one-shot kill, but
This guy just popped the super, and he is not pushing. I was waiting for this Dawn Blaze to push. He just popped the super, and he's just chilling. Oh. Bro, I'm hungry, but I don't know what to eat. But lately I've been
what are
eating
you
a lot
ordering?
lately I've been eating a lot of Indian food, man. You ever had Indian food?
Nah. Where you get?
Shit is amazing. Like, I had I have like this vindaloo. Shit is hella good.
Mm-hmm.
Also they have like naan, which is like bread or whatever. There's one that comes with like meat in it. I think it's called like paneer or something like that. Really good, man. I've been going ham on that shit lately. Don't know why. Oh man, this guy's using the 180. Nice. And these motherfuckers are trying their ass off, and I'm just trying to chill. Hello? Why you guys just? You guys are going crazy. I think this is gonna be the last match. For me, I think I'm gonna probably get off after this. Once again, chat. This was episode number 5. We got to hang out with Prod, spoke about Destiny, and you know how he feels about the state of the game, and I feel like we gotta enjoy the game for what it is, because there's gonna be changes eventually, and that's about it. All the bitching is not.
Try to have fun.
Yep. And use the new damn exotic with Lion Rampers like Prod does. He's almost at 7K kills with it. Going ham with that thing.